Hey, my name is Jeremy. I'm the founder of LATT SEO, and in this video, I'm doing an audit for powders to show how the site can be better optimized and improved from an SEO and a rankings perspective. And the first thing I like to do is go to this tool here called Ahrefs and look at a couple different data points. So the first thing to look at is referring domains. And a referring domain is a unique instance of a different website on the internet linking to your site. And the reason I look at these is because Google looks at referring domains or links from other sites as votes of confidence or trust signals. So you want to have trusted sites linking to your site. And when you do, Google sees that and views your site as a trusted site as well. Now, the other thing that happens is as you get referring domains or links from other sites, your DR or domain rating tends to increase as well. And this is on a 0 to 100 scale. And essentially what DR tells us is how strong or how authoritative your site is in general, and also how difficult a keyword or phrase is likely to be to rank for based on the competing sites ranking for that keyword. So that being said, let's look at some keyword data here to see what powders can do better. And if we look here at this keyword list, you can see here 389 keywords that powders.com is currently ranking for in Google for within organic search. And I have this sorted right now by search volume per month. Now, the interesting thing here is this tells us and gives us some ideas as to what would make sense for us to rank for and optimize for. And you can see here one is pre-workout powder. That one is, there's 7,900 searches per month and they're at position 14. So that is an opportunity to look at. Another one that may make more sense would be natural pre-workout because there is a little bit less competition here, even though they are further down. But this would be something that and actually they could optimize pre-workout powder and natural pre-workout on the same page because we can optimize the page for natural pre-workout powder. But let's just say that we want to optimize for natural pre-workout for this case here. And if we look at something like if we look at the search results here, then we can start to see what's going on, who else is ranking, and what gaps we have. So the first thing I like to do here is, this is, if you're unfamiliar, I do a lot of these audits, so I jump around a lot and get excited looking at all this data. So let me slow down and back up a second. So this chart here shows all the sites ranking in Google for this key phrase here, natural pre-workout. And specifically, we're looking at the top 10 results, and then it shows where this website, powders.com, is ranking as well. Now, the data point to look at here initially would be the DR column. And you can see then we have ProMix at 54, Amazon 96, Organic, or Aura.organic, I should say, 49, Garage Gym Reviews 68, eBoost 44, Barbend 75, Ethans.com 26, and then powders.com is down here at 15. So what that tells me is there is a gap from a domain strength perspective, and this is something that would likely need to be improved to make to have a solid chance at ranking well for some of these keywords over time. And based on the data here, this is a relatively newer brand compared to some of these other nutrition and supplement brands. So it's not uncommon for the DR to be lower for something like this. But even still, the point is, how do we compete and what do we do to compete? So let's look at this in more detail. Now, one of the ways that DR is improved, like I mentioned, is by getting more links to the page or to the site. And you can see this column here for domains. Most of these, especially the ones that are at the top here, have more referring domains or more links from other websites. So the ProMix pre-workout page specifically, so their product page, has 30 other websites linking to that page. And Powders has one. So the other way to look at this is there are 30 other websites on the internet voting to search engines that ProMix, their pre-workout page, should rank for all natural pre-workout powder. 30 other websites voting that, and only one is voting for powders. So from a search engine perspective, a search engine looks at that and says, well, it's probably more likely that this page is more relevant for this key phrase based on the other websites on the internet linking to them as well. Now, the other thing to look at then would be the page itself to see, are there any factors on the page that can be optimized better? And immediately, the first one is right here, pre-powder. What I mean by that is it's fine to have the brand name or the product name here, but if you want to optimize for something like natural pre-workout and you don't have that on the page anywhere, so they have They do have natural pre-workout one time right here just in the content, but it's not in the title. The page title is pre-powder dash powders, and the product H1 here, I'm just going to confirm that's an H1. Yes, H1. Now, what an H1 is, if you're unfamiliar, is generally the title of the page from a content perspective. It's going to likely be the largest text on that page, and almost always will be the most important part of, or most important topic or category or keyword for that page. So what this page here is telling Google is that this page should rank well for pre-powder because that's what it's optimized best for. So from an SEO perspective, optimizing the title here on this page, H1, the title in the SEO title, and then making sure the key phrase that you want to optimize for is within the content as well, and then potentially the URL structure, but sometimes having the actual product name in the URL structure can work as well. But a lot of different opportunities and a lot of room to improve the optimization on this page specifically for the key phrase like natural pre-workout or natural pre-workout powder. And that is how I do a quick audit for a website specifically for powders.com. And like I said, a lot of room to improve and a lot of ways to optimize this site better. And that's it. Hopefully you got some value from this, whether you are associated with powders.com or not. And I'll see you on the next one.